Hey everybody, it's Mike here from the WeWrench shop and welcome. I've been off of my YouTube game lately. Just a lot of stuff was happening in life, kind of got derailed a little bit. I like to do these filler videos in between the episodes of the long form videos in regards to the M5 restoration. I did a couple mechanics manifestos, a couple how-to videos, stuff like that. So I don't have anything on the agenda when it comes to how-to, but I did have something today that I wanted to talk about. Here is where we are currently with the M5. The engine is obviously out of it. It's totally torn down and disassembled. I have everything measured. I've just been getting a lot of flack online lately because people are saying that I should be sending this engine out to the machine shop. They don't understand why I'm using certain tools to condition the surfaces. You know, I released some short form videos of me dressing the deck surface with the block and the cylinder head with one of these. People are saying I'm sanding it, I'm grinding it, I'm ruined it, it needs to be skimmed and all this other nonsense. Well, I'm gonna tell you something right now. When you see me taking a right angle air grinder to this aluminum cylinder head and the cast iron engine block, I'm using one of these. This is a yellow 3M roll lock bristle disc, okay? This thing does not take material off. It does not. It dresses the surface, and as you can see, this cylinder head looks pretty amazing. And that's from soap and water, brake clean, some brushing, wire wheel. But the deck surface was dressed with this to get all the old gasket material and carbon off of it. Now, this is what we used to call a cookie in the field. This is an abrasive disc. This removes material, and this removes material. These are all 3M roll lock discs. This is a 40 grit. That's what does the grinding, okay? So another thing that I want to talk about is that just because an engine has 200,000 miles on it, or in the case of this engine, 260, just because you're rebuilding it doesn't mean it needs to go to the machine shop, okay? There is a very, very high chance that if you change the oil and you didn't let the engine catastrophically overheat and blow the head gasket and all that other good stuff, there is an extremely good chance that everything will measure to within factory specifications, just like this engine. It shouldn't come as a shock if you know what you're talking about and if you have real world field experience. It's actually pretty common for high mileage engines to get torn down, measured, cleaned up, and just get new connecting rod bearings, new main bearings, new piston rings, and you know, that's pretty much it outside of seals. So I really don't care about the criticism. I take criticism really well. I have a thick skin, I really don't care. But I just wanted to inform the public of this for enthusiasts. Just because you're rebuilding does not mean that you need to go to the machine shop. So despite what I just said, we're actually not out of the woods yet with this engine. This engine has some taper and out of round in the bores. And it's a relatively small amount, but it is outside the factory spec. The factory has very, very tight tolerances for those two measurements. So out of round means that this circle is not perfectly circle. It means that it's oblong. That this measurement and this span is not the same as this. And BMW recommends that the out of round not be outside of 2/10,000ths of an inch, which is really tight, okay? So all of our cylinders are outside of that tolerance. They are also outside of tolerance on taper. Now taper means that the top of the bore is larger than the bottom of the bore. They call it conicity. Now think about the shape of a cone, how it goes to a peak at the bottom, or a point rather. So that's what's happening. The tops of these bores are larger than the bottom. So I'm going to try something that's a little unorthodox. I am going to try correcting that taper and out of round all by myself here in the shop. I'm gonna make a lot of videos about it. If I succeed, if I don't, then I send the thing out to be bored. So no big deal, but I'm very confident. I believe I can correct it. So thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you stay tuned. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. Actually, I scored a pretty cool win. I have my first paid brand deal for a company called Carbonox. They make these smart watches for active people in the trades. So got this through TikTok. It's my first paid brand sponsorship. We're gonna do an unboxing video, and I'm gonna check out the capabilities of this watch. So it's gonna be pretty cool. So till the next time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Keep wrenching.